Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I will be your host today for Europa Universalis 4. Welcome back to episode 16 of our African Power Achievement run here as Kongo, where hopefully today we can do a little bit of tech catching up, perhaps choosing our next idea group, which I think I sort of decided in the background will probably be quality, just for the infantry, you know, all the combat abilities, more or less, and having the discipline towards the end is nice. I suppose we could also use it to get a couple things like morale of armies, siege ability with religious, which is quite nice. And then I think the next two idea groups afterwards will also be influence and then expansion. Because I've been working a lot with vassals and I'd like to continue doing that. It's rather a lot easier for me to go ahead and keep using vassals rather than coring stuff myself. It's a lot cheaper in the long run for things like, well, in the short term really. In the long run it costs relatively the same, but in Diplo rather than in admin, but I can reduce that cost, of course, through influence. Anyway, today we're going to continue along grabbing ourselves quality ideas, which we won't be able to do much with for a little while, but we do have 6 per month, although not fantastic. It will probably be enough to help us start getting through military drill, and then hopefully through the first part of quality to really give our armies a pretty massive boost, which will be quite nice. Now, the plan for today is probably maybe beat on Mali, because they're kind of dying, which would be good for us to take advantage of. We could also declare on Zatzao, or, you know, I don't know if that's Zatzao or is this Zazao here. But we can reclaim a couple of things. It'll bring in Messina, who is like no one, pretty much, so it doesn't really matter. And we can just, just give Benin a couple of provinces there. We also need to improve relations because we have a little bit of something we can repair with that. Although nothing too entirely massive, nothing that will be a game changer over here. Perhaps though, returning a couple provinces would be good for them. I'll take them myself and then return them manually so that they become loyal. We do have a little bit of money for stuff like Conquest, if we would so choose to use it for that, which I think we will. You guys have Tech 10, I have Tech 16 on military, so that's generally a good idea to just go ahead and use what I have here. Not a bad idea, of course. We'll go and grab ourselves a spy network in here. Only Spain and Portugal we could rival. I don't know if I want to make either too angry. Portugal doesn't like me, that might be a safe bet to go back towards. Malindi, we could use... Ironically, we could use Malindi. We could invade them and use it to release Kilwa as a vassal. That'd be kind of ironic. I don't think I will. Not at least until we annex Caragwe here. Which will end up giving us lots and lots of money, pretty much. That's what I'm looking for out of this. More states, more money. Pretty much. Low autonomy, you know, the good kind of stuff. We'll also increase maintenance, and can I send you over there? I can, actually, because Benin is my vassal. Right, of course, that is how that works. Of course. So you guys finished this war. Messina is still your only ally. Ooh, new tags to invade. I do like invading more tags. Although it's more people for aggressive expansion to accrue towards, so maybe not the best thing. Portugal, of course, has a reason to declare war on us. Portugal and Spain are not really in cahoots, but potentially France, which would not be good. Is that... I don't like... What? What? An Orthodox Great Britain in a PU with Russia. Excuse me? Do my senses deceive me, or did I just hear something stupid? Excuse me. That is illegal, good sir, and I don't like it. You were going to be one of my only allies, but that's not a thing anymore, so... Okay. Solid. Okay. Let's see how Portugal's doing here. Portugal has 41,000 troops. Hold on, I'm down here with 29,000, so a good 12,000 difference here. They have Tech 15, I have 16. Is that an important one? Please say yes. Not particularly, no. Nope, not that much. Okay, good stuff. We do have vassals, though, although your tech over here is garbage, your tech over here is garbage, so that's great. Because neither of you got any institutions at all, so good stuff. Yeah, looking forward to that. We can grab this to very slightly decrease our unbalanced research, which is good. We'll have to be a little wary, you know, be on our toes a little bit here, because being a little too aggressive in West Africa might attract the unwanted eyes of Portugal down here trying to nab my stuff. Although it's a lot harder for Portugal, we can check stuff such as their navies to see how much they can land. 31 at most, which is like the entire army, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they decide to go for a ballsy move or not. I'm gonna hope no. But anyways, we're gonna go for... Is there any point for this? I mean, kind of. I mean, yeah, kind of. I was debating whether or not the Reconquest War, or just like a regular conquest. The Reconquest is like... You might as well give it back to the vassal. And it's less of a cost, so... It's nothing too bad. We'll drop down, of course, to speed 4 for a war like this. 55 is not a bad number. I'm wondering... Yeah, that'll go up kind of slowly per year, though. You guys don't have that many troops, which is good. I'm going to, just very briefly, actually, because I know you're going to go down to my main, you know, my mainland and do something stupid. I'm hoping you get caught by rebels or something first. That just seems like the nature of things. Global trade, of course, will not spawn in my country. That was expected. However, it does spawn slightly. 0.17, that's not particularly encouraging. Phew, boy, that's going to take a while, isn't it? Neighboring province with global trade, center of trade at least level 2. Okay, yeah, so accruing some money and boosting these are kind of important to do that. Kind of good stuff to go ahead with that. None of these, except this, for a capital, would be a great investment, actually. It'd be a fantastic investment. We probably don't need more than 4 guys on this, so we'll send some over. High income would be kind of useful, but also not really. Wonder how many of these I actually count for. Not that one. This one I would actually. Ooh, right, yeah, I need to have allies, because that's actually really important. People with 150 opinion, right? Yeah, that's the extra Diplo rep and a lower annexation cost. I should do that for the annexation of Moravi. I'll try and keep that in mind, though I don't have the best track record when it comes to, you know, remembering actions for things I'm supposed to do in the future, like that far ahead in the future, so we'll see how that whole thing goes. You're really going like the whole... You're having the whole marathon then, huh? They are running the whole thing. Are you gonna reach my colony or something? Like, what's the goal here? I'm kind of confused. Like, I'm curious. What is the goal here? Upemba, okay. Down here, perhaps? Okay, we're finding something. The 4th of August, the 13th of July. Never mind, you're extra speedy. And that was a lie, whatever the little tooltip told me. Let me try and see if I can get you over there. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm looking to try and get you here. The 28th, the 19th of September. No, you guys are just way too fast. Okay. I don't really see what the purpose here is, or how you're going to achieve this goal. Because now we're just running in circles and nothing's happening. Oh, so look where we are. We're back. Back to where we started, huh? As you can see, yes, very productive. What happened here? You lost 3,000 men from attrition. I can see how that was very useful. Oh, are we actually going to catch them this time? Who knows, I could be lied to. Oh, thank you so much. Finally, that's done. I can move these guys to somewhere else. Oh, Who's colonizing here? Oh, right, I kind of broke this province, didn't I? Right. I could unbreak it, I suppose. Or I could see where my range takes me. It takes me down here. It's not particularly useful. I'd much rather maybe go up here towards, centers of trade, actually, because we grabbed the one down here, but I would like that one as well. So, you know, how odd as it seems, I think I'm going to go over there. Of course, Benin will defend its territory, which is nice. They're going to lose, because their tech's bad, but they gave it a shot. Oh, they survived, actually. Well, I'm surprised. Didn't expect that one. I failed to see how colonizing a province makes you think you can no longer go in there. I don't know. Weird AI behaviors. Anyways, we're looking for not necessarily name. Okay, fine. We're looking for name, I guess. Benin. Just those four? Okay. We can do a couple extras as well. Don't worry about that. But that does reduce my reputation in West Africa here. So, maybe we shouldn't destroy the entire place. Maybe just this much is fine. And money. Can't forget about money. We definitely want to steal tons and tons of money from this guy. It's actually sizable development you have there. That'll be nice in the future. Anyways. I think this sort of thing. Can I grab your money as well? Yeah, okay. If we get a 99, which is likely because they have bad tech, so should be an easy occupation like this. Pretty sure S is for siege, isn't it? No, D is for... Oh, right, it's detach, D. S is for split. Don't forget your shortcuts there, Quarbit. So it's just a level 1 fort. I could spend the mill, but I definitely will not do that. 54. And how's this looking? How's that, okay, it's alright, it's alright. We could convert as well. Looking for stuff like, what is it? We could go for our capital at a certain point. It actually is only, well, it's 18 months, which is a while. I'm thinking after this war, we'll take a bunch of money, which will allow us to, hopefully, use it on the whole... What am I trying to say here? You know what I'm trying to say. I just can't say it very well. Try and use it on the conversions, because they are hella expensive. Now this will take a bit of damage because these guys got here a little bit late, but all it'll do is just like resend it, and it's pretty much just fine. 7%, 21. Yeah, we don't have the greatest siege ability, but the spy network is helping out with that. 35. You guys are here now, which is good. Come on, baby, give me that 35. 49, maybe. We'll see. I like how this is getting kind of close. It's been taking a while, but it is getting there. Ooh, a 300 population. Even better than before. 64%. We're at the max now, so... There we go. That's the whole thing. Ooh, we might not be able to go for 100 because they're being invaded by a whole lot of other people, too. Not good for our situation. We might not be able to take the land that we want. Oh, that's a little awkward. Just a tad bit. We'll do our best, though, to just occupy as much as we can. These two, at least. Move you up here. Just do a bit of land grabbing. Can I piece... No, I can't piece you out. Not yet, at least. 50%. I could... Yeah, okay, we've already scaled back a few things. Without war reps, that would be almost acceptable. Almost. Oh, another 300 population? You're too kind to me, game. Too kind. Well, I suppose you deserve me a little something after that starting situation we had, but... Didn't expect this much kindness. Now let's see where we're at. -2, okay. I'd accept this peace deal here. It's a pretty decent amount of land that we're giving to our vassal. So let's go and just defend what we have here. And wait for the ticking war score to do its job. Unless they don't want to. Revolt Mutapan separatists out of my vassal here. You should be in more than enough to take care of that, though. Though we can never really be sure. They might not. It's apparently up to their own discretion whether or not they want to help themselves. Don't know why that is. Anyways, can we maybe get rid of one province and ask for the war reps back and maybe decrease a bit on this end? Depends on how much they're left with, or else... Oh, well, no, there's this. They won't be losing this, which is still a decent amount of dev, so... They won't be losing that much. We'll do this. Unless I can get more, and then I'll wait, of course. Can I get you... No, probably can't touch you at all. I'd like to take more money, but... We're not really sure, maybe they'll peace out first, and then I can go back in? That's a possibility. Bit of influence doesn't hurt too much. We could grab more ideas. Not a bad idea if we really push ourselves a little further ahead in the tech area. 53. Let's at least try and grab that back. I don't know what our whole situation over here is going to look like. We'll see. We'll just wait for the whole thing to carry out. The ticking war score will boot up, or it'll, you know, continue going on. There we go. We could go for this. 388. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's a little bit of core returning, and it does cost a bit, so we'll take this. That should make them a little happier. Oh yeah, there you go. Return to province is a massive thing to do, so I kind of assumed that would help them. Let's also give them, Zazao. I'm sure they would like that. There you go. Now they're loyal. And they pay me... not a great amount, but it's a decent, okay amount. We'll decrease the army down to, like, here. We will spend a little bit of that on converting our capital. Very important. We might also convert something that doesn't cost as much. And we'll use that. We'll also, of course, bump this up, because it's very important to have. Okay, I was about to say there's no way I'm gaining money, but that was last month's. Of course, can't be fooled by that. 70%, which is fine. We'll boost this up and take that as well. Try and get ourselves up to, Tech 14 here, is that? 15, okay. Or we get Force March if we would like. Okay. We're catching back up in techs. The only ones that we really want to focus on after admin, of course, would be Diplo. Just power down through that entire tech tree right there. Okay, so when's the next contribution? 4 years. Okay, not a bad amount. I can't get any more claims, which is a bit of a shame here. We will, of course, do this, which will encourage our vassal to maybe get some claims. You know, if they feel like it, if they feel expansive enough, they'll maybe go ahead with it. Not always, but sometimes they will. Yeah, there we go. So that cost me a bit of Diplo to take that peace deal there. But Diplo is what's really hurting the most right now. Okay, first circumnavigation, congratulations Portugal. Not bad at all. Also wondering, we don't have the absolutism mechanics yet, but when we do, I can go ahead and hopefully decrease a little bit of autonomy in some areas, which would be nice. Apparently Angola's not a bad place to, I'm looking for the actual area here. Apparently it's not bad to have a state in. Okay, I might as well give it a shot. Too few seats in Parliament, it'll auto-assign, which is good. We'll go ahead and do that as well. After we're done with our capital, we should be cruising pretty much, getting a lot of money afterwards. Bump it up to speed 5. No more states are worth it. Ideas? Not quite. We'll keep our power there. Do I want this? Probably not. It seems a little risky to go ahead and do that. It would be useful, you know, don't get me wrong, but I don't know about actually doing it. I could get the Diplo rep guy, but he's hella expensive, so. Oh, and speaking of which, he's dead now, okay. I could grab this guy, he's super expensive, so I don't think I will. It's a tough decision. I could annex faster using him, but I don't know if he'll pay himself back in, you know, in due time with it, so. Another conversion. Was that my capital or the other one? Probably the other one. Yeah, definitely was. Let's go for this one. A little bit expensive, but that's fine, because we're close to being done in our capital. Is that a greedy king? Ah, of course it is. Just to counteract my good Protestant extra tax I get here. Fantastic. My favorite, if you couldn't tell. Well, let's see, how are we doing here? The annexation's getting close to done, which means I could produce more vassals, which I seem to love doing for some reason. Or, well, of course I'm gonna get the free, what do you call it? Free state cores, which is really nice. Might want to focus a bit more on state cores as well. In fact, I think I will. Just those two, that'll help out a bit. Yeah, a little bit. No debate, let's go with... Advisor costs would be okay. Let's go with whatever would actually give me the most. Sorry, can I not do both at the same time? That is infuriating. Okay, well, we know the army costs a lot. The advisors are about 6 a month. So that would be 0.6 ducats. Income from vassals and this would be a great idea, actually. The military support. Yeah, this stuff's expensive, I don't know why. Populists. We'll have to do 4 things here, which kind of sucks. I don't want to lose any of my advisors because they're expensive to get back. Well, actually, it's not the worst thing in the world. I think I will just kill him. Support more populists, and then... I guess army professionalism, because it doesn't matter as much right now. I can get a new guy next month, and this should actually finish our annexation, which is nice. There we go. Which saved us a few points in the long run. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Integration's a slow process, of course. We're looking kind of thick, which is nice. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, yes, we get free state cores on all this stuff. Free state cores are the best kind of state cores. Just pay for a little bit extra there. Admin or prestige? Prestige, I suppose. You can also grab morale. Hey, that's spicy. Not bad at all. What about these guys? You should have... Yeah, you have some decent autonomy. I will want to decrease your autonomy and then cover the area in units, but hey, it's not a bad area to start off with. What's Matamba? Matamba is over here and really not that good, so never mind. Yeah, this area is okay. Are we over our force limit? No, but we do have these guys, which I'm not really willing to pay for. Not as much, at least. Especially not the cavalry. We'll use one of the cavalry. So 1 cav can go. The 5-1-2. I guess we'll keep the cannons. They'll be kind of useful. Actually, we'll keep one. Or yeah, we'll keep one of the cannons. The front row looks like a total of 30 units. 5 here plus the 17 here is totally fine. Okay, we'll move them over. That should save us a little bit of money, I think. There we go, that's another conversion done. Oh, yes, right, these. Yes, of course. A lot of those to get done, huh? A little bit of devastation. National unrest is really no thanks. Portugal will not like me. But I think that's okay, because Portugal already despises me. Let's try and get something a little bit cheap here. There we go, that's not bad. We have more conversions to go through, ladies and gentlemen. Of course we do. That's okay, though. They're not all too expensive, so I'm not too worried about them. We can also decrease a bit of our maintenance here, I think. Rooting out corruption, we'll try and keep where it is, pretty much. Okay, well, our name is thick, and I do love it. I would like to colonize here just to make it look nice, but functionality over aesthetics, of course. That's always the goal. That would keep... I think that keeps the rest of our vassals in line. Yeah, it does. Good stuff. Okay. Well, that puts us at a total of, you know, for troops and stuff, as well as great power. We're number 6, by the way. Good stuff. But for our troops, total units and armies here, that puts us apparently above Great Britain. Huh. Okay. That puts us closer to Portugal, which is nice. Our techs are the same. So if Portugal wants to square up, we would be able to survive, I think. Unless they call in France. I mean, I don't know about that one. They could. They probably could. But then we just... I don't know. Would we have to defend like this, or... I don't really know. I don't really know. The vassals can occupy things. We can defend through attacks and stuff. As long as they haven't taken, like, I don't know, full Elan or something. Which they actually have. It's Elan. Right there. Good stuff. Spicy. Okay. Let's grab the one thing that we'll need here, which is morale of armies. We could go for private to marshal as well, which would allow us to grab decreased mil-tech cost in multiple different ways. The natives are, yeah, they're fine. They're just uprising a little bit. We're actually too big to sit there. We'll chill over there then. Mission fulfilled. Conquer new states. Harsh treatment cost, that might be really important actually for the Age of Absolutism. That's what I usually try and keep that sort of thing for, the harsh treatment cost, because you can decrease it using the age objective as well to make it really, really cheap. And then you like to, you know, you decrease the autonomy, you crush the rebels using your military power, and you just skyrocket in your absolutism, which is what I like to do. We can also go for this, which would be a good idea for the economy. A brilliant idea for the economy, actually. And to subsidize that, I think we'll swap out for this Diplo guy, actually. Which I think I said I wasn't going to do. But I have a change of heart. Instead of 2 ducats, that would be an extra 5. Understandable. We'll take that out of the other things we're using. So, we don't need this fort, by the way. That can go away. That's actually a lot of money we just saved there. Good stuff. Yeah, so that's fine. You can go and grab... Let's go for a little bit of unity down here. Yeah, it's expensive, of course it is. We should definitely have these guys guarding trade in the Ivory Coast instead of doing nothing. Parliament seats will fill themselves. The missions we won't worry about for now. The states are rather useless. When is this? Quite a few years. It wouldn't be so bad to grab this then, would it? The Benin area is just dying. Absolutely dead. Like, there's just so much devastation from events. Apparently it doesn't even... Like, it's just Benin. It's not even the stuff owned by the vassal. It's just right here, which is kind of odd. Aha! A war with Portugal. Expected? Indeed. Does it involve France? We'll have to wait to see if they really will join. But the correct answer, or the correct assumption is usually yes. Ah, very well may not. They're at war with Mali, okay. They're already preoccupied with war, apparently. Interesting. That means it's a solo duel between me and Portugal to see who comes out on top. You'll have to tune in next episode. I feel like this is just like an actual like show I'm just narrating over. Anyways, who will win, Portugal or Congo? Find out next time on the African Power Achievement Run here. Hint, it's probably going to be me, because the AI is not very good at calculating overseas wars. Anyway, this is Quarbit signing off. Hoping you had a fun time here this episode, and as always, have a fantastic day. I would like to give a massive shout out to the following amazing patrons. In the $1 tier, we have Quiet Guy, Quagersol, Rising Runner, and Dylan M. In the $5 tier, we have Mezid Max. And in the $20 tier, we have Chewy Shoot. You guys are doing an amazing job helping me to move this channel forward, and I cannot possibly thank you enough.